Rosie made a note of the mode of transport used by her schoolmates to reach school and made this pie chart. If she asked 124 students, then find the number of students who come by car.
Valid point. 31 students is true. The graph shown here represents the liking of different sports in a school. From the given data, identify number of students liking basketball.
Smart move 18 is an accurate answer.
A map is showing the route from Akash's home to Sumit's home. Which places will Sohan pass on the way from Akash's home to Sumit's home?
Great job. School is the accurate answer.
Soumya can take any of these 3 routes to reach the hospital from her home. What is the distance of the longest route on the ground?
Strong choice. 115 km is the right answer.
On Sunday, Anjali wants to visit Karan's home. In which direction will Anjali travel from her home towards Karan's home?
Excellent. Towards west is a brilliant choice.
Soumya is going from her home to the supermarket. How much distance will Soumya travel to reach the supermarket?
Exactly. 30 km makes sense, and it is right choice.
Look at the map and answer the following questions. In which direction is the panda's cage from the picnic area?
Well reasoned. North is the correct choice.
In the following map, the area colored brown represents roads. Which place is not present beside the road?
Well done. Pond is the right choice.
How much minimum distance should Kushi travel to reach the hotel in the least possible time from her home?
Right again, 55 bm is a valid answer.
What is the difference between the area of the backyard and the area of the playground?
Perfect. 9 cm is the correct choice.
Anish is going from the dam to the shopping complex. Which building will Anish pass on his way?
Nicely done. College is a solid answer.
From her home, Kushi is going to the hotel. How many routes can Kushi take to reach the hotel?
Nice selection. 3 is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following is exactly in front of the magic show?
Great thinking.
Circus show is the right choice. You are walking from National Stadium towards India Gate. On which side Children Park is? You're right. Left is the correct answer. Sohan is standing on road number 4. Which road should Sohan take to reach at Sumit's home? Right choice. Road number 6 is the best answer.
Observe the following map carefully. Which building is to the south of supermarket?
Good job. Your answer school works well here.
If 1 cm on a map shows 3 km on the ground, how far is Rahul's home from the stadium?
You chose 27 km, and it is correct.
If 1 cm equal to 100 kilometers on the ground, then how many kilometers is Jaipur away from Delhi?
Solid response. 300 km is a valid choice.
Mr. Black's house is near Sunman. Which way does he drive to go home from school?
Bravo. South and then east is the answer.
How many times bigger is the area of the fun rides than that of ticket counter?
Clear logic. Your choice 4 times is sound and 100% true.
What is the measure of the angle formed between Rajpath and Janpath roads?
On track. Right angle is the correct answer.
If the scale in a map is 1 cm equal to 100 km, and the distance between 2 places on the map is 5 cm, then what will be the distance between the 2 places on the ground?
Excellent choice. 500 times is the right answer. Which way would the bus go to drop students off in the neighborhood?
Oh. Correct. North is the right answer.
How many restaurants are near the school according to our map?
Sharp thinking. 3 is the right choice.
In which direction is the panda's cage from giraffe's cage?
Good thinking. Northeast is the right answer. Which building is present between the temple and the dam? Correct response. College is the most accurate answer.
In which direction the display board is found in the map?
Well picked. South is the correct answer.
Identify the tally marks mentioned in this picture given.
Nice work. You chose 14 and it is correct.
What is at the corner of State Road 46 and State Route 1?
You got it. Your choice bank is right.
Can you get directly to State Road 46 from Schumann Road?
Smart pick. No is the correct choice.
Look at the compass dash. Which way is north on this map?
Smart move. Up is an accurate answer. Which building on this map is farthest from Meena Bazaar?
You got it. Your choice Hammam is right.
Which road is between Rafi Marg and Man Singh Road?
Right choice. Janpath is the best answer.
What business is in the northwest corner of the map?
Nice work. You chose restaurant, and it is correct. Which of the following towns have the shortest road?
Correct response. Howrah and Kolkata is the most accurate answer.
Which cage is in the east direction of picnic area? Solid response. Monkey's cage is a valid choice.
Write the grid reference for the yellow heart.
Excellent choice. Troop is the right answer.
How many gas stations are on State Route 1?
Right again. 3 is a valid answer.
The camping trailers are of dash of the tents.
Well reasoned. North is the correct choice. If a map scale is 1 cm equal to 3 km, what does 4 cm equal to?
Correct. Twokayaberd is the right answer.
Which of these is nearer to River Yamuna? You chose Dewan a special. And it is correct. The art and science of graphically representing a geographical area, usually on a flat surface such as a map or chart, is called as dash. Great thinking. Cartography is the right choice.
Which state is situated on the seaside?
Perfect. Odisha is the correct choice.
How many squares are there in this grid?
Clear logic. Your choice 63 is sound and 100% true. Nonu lives in Gujarat. Nonu's friend Javed lives in West Bengal. Nonu wants to visit his friend. In which direction will he travel? Well picked. Towards east is the correct answer.
What is the shape of yellow region?
Good thinking. Hexagon is the right answer.
A compass tells us dash.
Nice selection. Direction is the correct and valid answer. A cuboidal box container measures 6 cm long, 300 cm wide, and 2 men tall. How much space is available in this container?
Strong choice. 36 meter cubes is the right answer.
If 1 cm equal to 200 km on the ground, then how many kilometers is Jaipur away from Delhi if the distance on map is 2.5 cm?
Bravo, 500 kilometers is the answer.
If 1 cm on the map shows 200 km on the ground, use this scale to find out about how far is Delhi from Jaipur.
Nicely done. 250 kilometers is a solid answer.
If 1 km on map equal to 10 km on map, distance between Mumbai and Delhi is 60 cm on map. Find actual distance.
On track, 600 km is the correct answer. If you are going to north, then you turn to the left. Now, in which direction are you going?
Well done. West is the right choice.
If you are going from Himachal Pradesh to Karnataka, in which direction you are going?
Good job. Your answer south works well here.
If you are facing towards east, which direction will be towards your left-hand side?
You're right. North is the correct answer.
If 1 cm equal to 200 km on the ground, then how many kilometers is Jaipur away from Delhi?
Valid point. 450 km is true.
If you are facing towards north, which direction will be shown by your backside?
Excellent. South is a brilliant choice.
TQ4. To go to Maharashtra from Tamil Nadu, which are the states should you cross?
Smart pick. Karnataka is the correct choice.
Ravi wants to go from Kerala to Delhi. In which direction should he travel?
Sharp thinking. North is the right choice.
The world map will be more accurate than the map of India. True or false?
Exactly. False makes sense, and it is right choice.
The dashes of the map helps us to understand the meaning of the symbols.
Great job. Key is the accurate answer.
Out of 10 directions, how many directions we can show on a map?
Exactly. 8 makes sense, and it is right choice.
The amount of space occupied by a three-dimensional object is dash.
Well reasoned. Volume is the correct choice.
Is there any state which is to the north of Jammu and Kashmir? Sharp thinking. No is the right choice.
A dash is a navigational instrument used to find directions.
Great thinking. Compass is the right choice.
Which maps divides boundaries or borders and shows roads?
Well done. Political map is the right choice.
Which country is located to the north of Jammu Kashmir?
Excellent choice. None is the right answer.
Which state is situated on the east direction of India?
Nice selection. West Bengal is the correct and valid answer. The direction in which the sun rises is called dash.
Smart move. East is an accurate answer.
Is there any state which is to the west of Gujarat?
Valid point. No is true.
Select the state which have the sea on one side.
You're right. Maharashtra is the correct answer.
Which state is surrounded by 4 other states? You got it. Your choice Himachal Pradesh is right. Which state does not have the sea on any side? Strong choice. Madhya Pradesh is the right answer. Which section is there between north and east?
Perfect. Northeast is the correct choice.
What color is used to show the sea in maps?
Good thinking. Blue is the right answer.
B estimate. How far is Jaipur from Bhopal?
Bravo 400 kilams is the answer.
The opposite direction of northeast is
Right choice. Southwest is the best answer.
the purpose of a compass rose it to dash.
Solid response. Identify directions is a valid choice.
The main entrance of Red Fort is called.
Nice work. You chose Lahori Gate, and it is correct.
Which is bigger number, 45-100 or 4.5?
Great job. 4.5 is the accurate answer.
Which is the biggest state of India?
Clear logic. Your choice Rajasthan is sound and 100% true.
Which is bigger number? 3.55.
Good job. Your answer 3.6 works well here.
Bars in bar graph. A dash in width.
Correct response. Equal is the most accurate answer.
Which state is situated on the sea?
Well, Pickett, Odisha is the correct answer.
Which state has the largest area?
Nicely done. Rajasthan is a solid answer.
In which direction does sun rise?
Excellent. East is a brilliant choice.
The capital of Madhya Pradesh is
Smart pick. Bhopal is the correct choice.
a hexagon has how many sides? Correct. 6 is the right answer.
What is the capital of Assam?
On track. Dishpur is the correct answer.
Which is the smallest state?
Right again. Goa is a valid answer.
We live on planet Dash.
You chose Earth, and it is correct.
Which is not a state?
Well picked. Ladakh is the correct answer.
India Gate is in
Solid response. Delhi is a valid choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Great thinking. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the right choice.